Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. I am your host, Ichigo.
And I am your other host, Mikan.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this week. We're so happy to have you. This week we are going to be discussing heroes that probably would have been great villains. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us this week.
Hey guys.
Okay, first and foremost, excuse my voice. It's been going in and out for a while. It's finally October, which means it's getting cooler.
It sure is. I'm loving
And
it.
I am too. Sweater weather is here. Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
loving sweater
I'm sick.
weather.
I was sick of the heat. I was like, get rid of it. September cannot be 80 degrees. That's ridiculous. Like, no.
I know. I'm over it. And I'm starting to realize, I swear as a kid, I love summer because, no school,
Yeah,
warm
that's true.
weather, get to go have fun. The older I get, I'm loving fall because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and you can be comfortable in a sweater without a jacket. And I can just sit by my little fireplace with some hot apple cider or
Yes.
coffee or tea
And
and
also
just
fall fashion is just
relax.
better. It's
Yes.
just better.
Okay, bring on the oversized sweaters with the
Everything.
leggings, everything.
Everything. Bring out oversized everything. I love jackets, coats, hoodies, long pants, everything. I'm down for it. Loves it.
Yes, love it. Well, this week, you guys, we are going to be discussing anime heroes that we think would have made great villains.
Mm-hmm.
And this topic has actually kind of been floating around on social media, Instagram and TikTok in particular, that I've seen. And I just thought it'd be kind of a fun topic to discuss. I actually don't have too many on my list.
I feel like I already know there's a few. There's a few that I know is definitely on your
Yeah.
list.
Yeah. So we did touch very, very gently on one person that we both agreed on in a previous episode, and that was Naruto.
Yes. I feel like the entire world agrees. I I do think he's also justified in becoming a villain because
Hmm.
there are other characters who would just be a good villain, but I feel like Naruto is one that's like I honestly, it's to me, it's harder to believe that he ever became a like a hero. I feel like it would be more believable if he had like every reason to become a villain. You know what I mean?
Hmm. But just
Like, come
based off the way
on.
he was treated as a kid.
Yeah. He grew up, like, ostracized, people were terrified of him, he poor boy was lonely, and what what's just crazy about the story I mean, it's for the plot, but I think
Hmm.
it's just so funny that he was the child of, like, 2 of the greatest, most
Right?
famous,
Power.
like, people ever, and I'm just like, "What?
But
What?"
that's the other thing, like, nobody in the village knows that information.
I mean, there's a few people that know
There's
that
a few
information
people, but
who
they definitely on the "Imma mind my own business." I don't know, like, quite honestly, had Naruto become a villain, he should have taken out the Hokage. Point
honestly, he
blank period,
shoulda
that would have been his first target.
I still think he shoulda left with Sasuke. I think they would have been like a
Mm,
criminal power duo right there.
with Orochimaru?
Yeah, maybe. Or even just by
Mm,
themselves. I think if
yeah.
they honestly, I think there's other villains who would have been, like, destructive and just good in their own way, but Naruto would have brought that emotion of, like, "Oh, y'all messed up, you know?
Mhm.
You mess with me, and so Imma take it out." Like, he would have been a Gaara, but, like, way better, like, way more messed up, I feel.
Well, yeah, because of his background.
Mhm.
Oh man, yeah. No. So we definitely agree Naruto is one. Who else did you have on your list?
I would say my second up there is probably Itadori Yuji
What?
from yeah, from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay. I'm literally at a loss for
He
words
is on
because
the
I
verge. What?
only because of
You
Sukuna. Literally only because of Sukuna.
girl, think about this. That poor boy is literally on the edge of kind of teetering on the borderline of losing his mind, okay? And I'm pretty sure, like, people who've probably read the manga would also agree with me on this. But,
What?
bro, he is like Naruto, but I feel like even worse.
No, 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 no,
He
no. Because let
teeters
me.
on the dark side with Sukuna inside him too, like,
He wasn't teetering on no dark side before Sukuna.
mm, mm, mm,
He was
mm.
happy go lucky, who was being raised by who was that, his grandfather or
Girl,
his
those are
dad,
the ones you gotta
whatever.
watch out for. He
But
has a
he
lot
had a
of
loving
power.
home life compared
He
to Naruto. Naruto literally grew up in the street, was eating
but
ramen
especially
all the
after
time.
he became like, after he gained power particularly, like, he's teetering on the dark side. He's the type of villain who I feel like, let's say Sukuna, all that stuff goes down,
Mhm.
and maybe everyone he cares about is taken. Like, he would become kind of the type that's I could see him becoming the type that is, "Okay, the ends justify the means." Kinda like a Yagami Light, but
Mm,
in a very different way, like, because they don't fight the same.
I don't see it, but okay.
Girl.
I
Girl, girl, girl,
don't
girl.
because only because he has Sukuna, and Sukuna is already straight up evil anyway.
Mhm.
Like, had he not been like eating a finger from Sukuna and kind of like basically Sukuna taking over Yuji's body, I don't think Yuji would go down a warpath of destruction.
Well, it doesn't have to be necessarily destruction. He could just it's more so he will start to believe, like, let's say everyone's taken from him. What does he have left? He could lose his shit. He could
I
just
mean,
lose it.
yeah, he had no powers though before Sukuna, so that's why I'm like,
Did he? I mean
oh
I mean,
Lord, is this
no,
another one of those
just kidding.
I can't tell you because it's in the manga
No,
situation?
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay, I was about to say he didn't. He had no power before Sukuna. He had the power after Sukuna.
I mean, he was already, like, unusual from the get-go, okay? Because most people wouldn't even be able to hold Sukuna in them. That in itself, like, proved that he a
Oh
little
yeah, you're
special.
right. Yeah, you're
And
right.
he was already strong, and he already had some kinda a connection to, like, you know, see like, he couldn't maybe necessarily it's almost like his third eye wasn't open, let's say, but he was
Mm,
already pretty athletic, pretty, capable, so he did have some abilities,
hmm.
more than the average person. I feel like Sukuna is kind of like the QB and Naruto. Like, they teeter on well, Sukuna's
Each
obviously on the
other.
dark side. He's very
Yeah.
clearly on the dark side, but like, having that little dark pool in him, it kind of, I feel like it teeters his identity. He's kind of swinging back and forth of keeping it together and not losing it.
Hmm. Mm. I don't know about that one,
I
but
don't know.
I got one more from Jujutsu Kaisen that you may
Okay.
or may not agree with. Maki Zenin.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think she would make a great villain just based off of how her family treated her because
Mhm.
she didn't really have any power.
Mhm.
Like, she couldn't quite honestly, she deserved to crash out against her family. She did. She does. I would love to see her crash out against them, all of them, except for her what sister, cousin. I can't remember the relationship, but
Yeah, her sister.
her sister, except for her sister, because her sister actually like loves her. She doesn't really. She hides it, but there's something between them. But yeah, no, Maki deserves crash out. 100% Maki deserves crash out. And what I think would have been interesting is had she gotten like Panda and everybody else kind of on her side to
Mhm.
basically take out her family because her
Mm.
family is like one of the top sorcerers, right? And kind of
Mhm.
like their that universe, like that family is well known. So had she decided like, look, everybody got to go. Everybody has got to go. We leave no survivors except for my sister. She's the only one that's allowed to live. Quite
Interesting.
honestly, I think now mind you, she within Jujutsu Kaisen, she herself is not a main character, but there were several
Yeah.
episodes where they kinda did her little, like, backstory and, um, I think in season 2 where they kinda jumped the story back or maybe it was season 1. Anyway, in my head, while she is not, like, the main character, she is still a hero within the story, and so I
Mhm.
quite honestly think she should have been a villain against her family.
Mm. See, I would pin
Crash
her
out.
more interesting. I wouldn't put her as a villain, but I would put her kind of like similar to more of like a outcast, almost like Toji, like just
Mm,
kind of doing her own thing because they just don't fit in. But I don't see her going against everybody else because I think she did find sort of a place she fits in a weird way.
yeah, she did. But that's what I'm saying,
Interesting. I'm
that's why
surprised
she
you think
deserves
of
a
her.
crash out against the
Okay.
family because the thing with Maki is she is very much like, "Don't bring them up. I don't think about them. I don't care about them." Quite honestly, I think even after all of the horrible treatment that she endured from her family, when she finally escaped, that's when she could have plotted revenge. And then when she started getting closer to her new classmates and she's like, "Oh, I belong here." That's when she turns everybody else against her family and then she's like, "Look, this is how they really treated me. I need y'all's help to take them down."
Mhm.
I think that would have been very interesting. Very,
I
very
don't know. I don't
interesting.
think she would have asked for because I think she's more like a lone wolf, especially if she's going
Yeah, that's true.
against them, like going against anyone.
But she knows that she
Um,
doesn't have any power, which is why I say she kind of, I don't want to say depends on, but she asks for that additional support from.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like she's pretty strong on her own.
That's true.
I do see her like she's very much an outcast, and if she
Mhm.
went for it, I do think she would kind of be like, yeah, like Toji in a sense that he just does his own thing.
Mm.
That's an interesting one.
Mm, yeah, I was just thinking about it while, I was making up this list and she popped in my head and I was like, she
Hmm.
definitely deserves a crash out. Like I would love to just kind of see her go off and lose her
Hmm.
mind.
Yeah, and I do think if she did, she would be pretty good at it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. So yeah, that's who I have. Who do you have next?
So kind of on the similar spectrum as Naruto, but not this for the same reason. But
Okay.
Deku from Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think one his quirk is like would be a perfect villainous
Mhm.
one for all,
Yeah.
and the fact that he can wield all the quirks of his like predecessors and whatnot, I do think it would make him a good villain. Also, he's kind of like Naruto in that sense where I feel also same with actually no, and not so much Itadori because Yuji is a little bit I feel stronger like mentally, but like let's say you kill all his friends, right? I feel like he would
Okay.
be a villain in no time. Like, you know what
Well,
I mean?
yeah. Yeah, he ain't got
You know what I
nobody to
mean?
stop him.
Like, he would be a villain in no time. Like, if he loses everybody he loves, he seems like the type of character who literally would just teeter on the other side, you know?
Yeah.
Or God forbid, like, let's say he never got his power and he kept being, like, bullied and pushed down because he didn't have a quirk. I could see him
Mm.
kind of going to the dark side as well.
Hmm.
Like, he would be a quirkless villain. I don't know how that would work, but you know
That
you know
would
what I
that I
mean?
don't think he would get very far, to be honest with you.
I don't know if he was convincing enough, he could convince other people, but who knows? Because I do think if let's say All For One had gotten
Mhm.
to him and was the first one to kind of indoctrinate him and maybe let him know, like, he would he would be like, "Look at all the people who made fun of you. Like, look at them because you had no quirk." Like the way he did with Tomura, like, I feel like Deku's kind of very moldable in that sense. He just doesn't seem that mentally strong, although he's very much
No,
like,
he
"Fight." But you know what I mean? Like, if you push him enough, he'd just be like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. These people bullied me, and I was so weak, and da 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 da."
Do you know how long it would take Deku to get to that point, though? Deku too happy-go-lucky,
I mean,
I
in
think,
the
to get to
beginning, he
that
really
point.
wasn't.
I mean, yeah, but he eventually became like, when anybody says Deku to me, the first image of him that pops in my head is, like, where he's sitting, he's, like, rocking back and forth with that creepy smile on his face, and he's just,
Mhm.
like, the smile, like, the
See, he already got the creepy smile going
happy-go-lucky.
for him. He can make it evil, like, he, but
That is
evil.
true. So very much giving Hisoka.
Okay, maybe that's a little that one is a little I don't know about that, but maybe not to that level. Okay, but yeah, I guess,
I mean,
close enough.
you might be right. You might actually
I'm
be
telling
right.
you,
Deku's
he's
too
not
moldable,
mentally
yeah.
he is. Whoever got their grubby little hands on him first
Was the
would
wrong
have
one?
changed yeah, would have changed him. I do not doubt that for a second.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I just think mentally he's not that strong. Like, I do think
no.
Naruto is a little bit more stronger, you know what I mean?
Well, Naruto's built up. That's the like he had no
Mhm.
choice but to build up. Like he's like, this is my end goal, and I'm gonna make sure no matter what, I'm gonna follow this goal.
I mean, Deku also started off literally, this is the story of how I become the greatest hero. Like, you know, that was his goal from the get-go. Like Naruto wanted to become Hokage. He
Uh,
wanted to be the greatest hero. But I don't know, Naruto I think he's much more like stubborn and ruthless. Like he cares about what but he was just more of a rascal. Deku is such a rule follower, you know? It's easy to
mm,
turn those types of people, in my opinion. It just is. Whoever gets their hands on them first, it's over, like, game over.
I can just see like little hands going around Deku, and he's like
Mm.
clay. He's like, let me just mold
Yes,
you into the perfect little villain.
and he feels sorry for, like, everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I do think they could just use that and be like, "Look at all these b evil people,"
A
"and
part of
all
me
these
feels
people
like
who
Deku
bullied
would be
you."
an adorable little villain.
He would. He would be a very cute he's like, "I'm
He
so
would be
sorry
a
I have to
cute
do
little
this,
villain.
but I have to kill you." Like
Like apologizing to everybody.
yeah, like, "Sorry, sorry," and then he would be, like, ruthless, and it'd be crazy, like,
Yeah.
I can just imagine that actually, yeah, he'd be like, "I'm so sorry I have to do this, but you have to go," and then
Yeah.
and it's like, as he's leaving the bloody room, he's like, sorry, guys."
I'm so sorry to leave this
Ah,
mess, guys.
yeah, literally.
Like, dang,
It'd be actually
Deku,
really funny. Yeah, and
you
then,
spat in your
let's say one of the
Kool-Aid.
the bosses come in like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, boss. Like, I left this mess for you. Like, I'm sorry." And they're, like, all scared of him, like, "Oh, no, no, it's fine. It's okay.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's fine."
That's
Yeah.
literally the, I feel like Deku is literally the epitome of don't mess with the overly nice people. Is that how the saying goes? I
Mhm.
can't, or watch out for the nice ones.
Yeah. Like, he's
That would
smile
be
like, I
Deku.
oh my god, yes. Like, um, like, sometimes those protagonists or even villains, they're, like, smiling and then suddenly it's, like, cracks. It's like something
Yes.
just broke. Oh, I could totally see that for him.
Ugh, that's so creepy. Um,
What about you?
so one of my last ones I actually um got from Instagram. and I can't
Mhm.
think of the name of the creator, but he made a good point, and so I kind of wanted to just elaborate on his point because he
Mhm.
mentioned Mau Mau
Yes. That was one
from
I
the
thought you would
Apothecary
say.
Diaries,
Mhm.
and I was like, that's actually a really good point because think about it.
Yes.
Mau Mau could easily poison everybody from the inside of the
Yes.
palace because she knows the ins and the outs of poison. And so she
Mhm.
knows how to give the right amount of poison to whoever to where it's not traceable.
Yep.
I'm like, ooh, Mau Mau is literally a true crime documentary. Like,
Honestly, she
if Mama
is.
was real, they would be 100% true crime documentary if she became a villain.
She would, because think about it, in every aspect, she could pull off the perfect crime. If
Mhm.
she got higher up, like, the higher she went, she would be great in things like politics and, messing with people's, like, the inner courts and whatnot
Oh,
without
yeah.
anybody knowing it was her.
Mhm.
And she
Well,
would
they probably
basically
wouldn't
she would be able
suspect
to
her
use
either,
everyone. Yes, and
right?
she's so smart, she's quick-witted, like, she has all these capabilities, and she's extremely cunning, and she has like, even in the instance where, she has other people kind of under her thumb, like, she can control them. And more than anything, her knowledge of poison would truly be she would be able to use it so easily because nobody would figure it out.
Yeah. Well, and then it also made me think, had Mau Mau been put in the palace at the time of the last emperor, not the current
Mhm,
one, but the last emperor, the one that was messing
mhm,
everything
that
up,
one we all hate, yeah.
like, she could have easily gotten commissioned from, those, the nurse palace ladies. I can't remember which wing of the palace that they were in, but basically the ones that the emperor messed with and then discarded. She could have easily gotten commissioned from them to be like, "Look, we will give you whatever if you find a way to poison and kill him
Mhm.
and get all of his chain of command people too." So then Mount like, I think that would have been an interesting story to watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, skip the romance part and, like, the Jinshi part. I kinda wanna see, like, revenge, true crime looking type Mao Mao. I think that would have been interesting to watch. Kinda
That w
funny.
honestly, that would. It would be I could totally see it because she would be truly a good antagonist type of character.
Mhm. Undetected.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Actually, I have another one that's kind of on the innocent side. Gon
Okay.
Freaks from Hunter x Hunter. The thing is, I
Another adorable villain.
yeah, but we actually got to see him when he kind of went dark side.
Oh,
I'm sure people
right.
who saw, when Kite was killed
Mhm.
and kinda lost his mind and goes crazy and basically sacrifices his own life to gain extreme power, to kill Pito. And
Mhm.
honestly, if he could control that and just keep it at that at that level and be on the dark, like he could go dark side, which is really ironic because his best friend is an assassin, and his whole like Kito's family are they're literally killers, and he's been trained from birth, and he's really good at it, and yet Gon is the one who kind of a lot of times cannot control himself. I think because he feels too much, he's so passionate and he just feels too much. He don't know how to control it sometimes. And those deep emotions, if you let them run deep, if you let them run, they're gonna lose control.
That's true.
So I do think he could make a good villain. Also, his dad is kind of not a good person. I mean, he's not bad, but he's literally so whimsical that I don't know. But yeah, that's another one.
Mm,
It's a possibility.
that is a
And with
possibility.
Killua by his side, they would make a killer duo. They would honestly
Oh,
literally be killing
right.
people left and right.
That kinda dark,
That
but
is kind of dark. I mean, it works.
it
I
does work.
also I also this one I was debating. I was wondering what you would think.
Okay.
Saitama from One Punch Man. Just because, first of all, he's not scared of anything, because there's nothing that's the whole point of the story, right? There's nothing that really can become an obstacle to him because he can destroy everything in one punch. Granted, I don't think there is any evil in him, but imagine if he decides to go on the dark side. Who can stop him? You know?
Mm, that's
He could be the
true.
greatest villain of all time because he would literally destroy anybody in basically one punch.
Yes, I mean, that's true. I don't know. That one's a little bit hard for me to see. Like, I see it, but at the same time, I'm like,
It would be a pretty I think it would be a pretty good dark story. It's just
yeah.
the heroes would never win, ideally. One I was thinking you were gonna
Mm.
say was your Folger. I thought you were gonna say Yoru from
Um,
like,
I
she
thought
went
about
dark
her.
side.
She did go dark side, but and I did not fully include her on my list. Is yeah, we see a dark side to her, but she's already
Mhm.
kind of an assassin.
Yeah, so
And
she's already kind of teetered on that line.
I mean, to some people in a certain region, she's teetering on that line of
Yeah.
like good guy, bad guy. But the reason I didn't include her, like I quite honestly, after the last season, I wanted to include her because I think she would be
Mhm.
great. But then I'm like, but who would be her counterpart? Like who would be the hero that she would come up against? Because yeah, she's great at fighting. She's great, like she does have like a whole crash out, but we don't see a whole lot of fight from her. We just know that she's
Mhm.
mad strong and like is very protective, especially like over Anya. And when she's given a assignment, she's boom, killer mode instant. But I feel like that's about it. Like even when she went full like I'll quote unquote berserk mode
Mhm.
um in the last season, she was still questioning why even in the world she wanted to be an assassin, why should she continue that kind of thing. And I feel like for a villain, you kind of just have to like go out no regrets. Like don't question why am I becoming a villain. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's and I feel like with yours, she might question it. Now I think had she not met Anya and Lloyd and been put in the situation that she was in, then yeah, she could have had a potential to be a villain. But I it's hard for me to see. Mm, I don't
See
know. She was already teetering for me, so I wasn't too sure if I wanted to
I
add her
see.
to my list or not. Um,
See, what I was thinking is
mhm.
if Spy X Family came out, like, darker, I could have totally seen what would have been really cool is if she was actually the main villain and Lloyd ended
Ooh.
up being, I guess you could say the good side, and
Mhm.
then they're both on 2 different sides, completely different sides, and although she is evil, of course, like, I think even villains have, like, a weakness, soft side, and Anya becomes maybe her soft side, maybe they become her soft side, but she doesn't realize Lloyd is the
The
hero she's
opposite.
fighting. That would have been
Mm.
so dark and good, and if they made her darker, ooh, like, that story would have been very interesting.
Yeah, that sounds very, very interesting. But it's also kind of, once again, it's hard to imagine with her because we see more of one side from than we do the other side. That more like pretending to be a caregiver and pretend, like the mother side and the protective side rather than like the
Mhm.
baddie that she is when she's an assassin.
Yeah.
So I think in that retrospective, maybe not, maybe not so much,
Mhm.
but I mean, it is kind of what it is. I even, quite
Yeah.
honestly, I even thought about 90s version Sailor Chibi Moon when she becomes Black Lady or Wicked Lady, depending on the English dub
Oh.
or the original. when Chibiusa goes through that transformation. In the 90s version, okay, Chibiusa was so freaking annoying to me in the 90s version that when she became a villain, I was like, she should just stay a villain. And
Okay.
then I kind of wanted Sailor Saturn to stay a villain, and then them two could like pair up against Sailor Moon. And now Sailor Moon's main goal is to turn Chibiusa and Sailor Saturn back to their normal selves.
Mm.
And it was kind of like that for a few episodes in that season, but I think it would have been great if Chibiusa had paired up with the Negaverse, whatever their name is. I can't remember. I think they are the Negaverse. And then somehow, because she has the time key, right? Where she can travel through time with that time key.
Uh-huh.
Now, mind you, Sailor Pluto, who is also my favorite, so I hate to even put this out there, but Sailor Pluto is the guardian of the gate of time, right?
Mhm.
So Chibiusa turning into her wicked version, which is whatever you want to call it, Black Lady, Wicked Lady. She takes the time key, travels through time to go get Hotaru when Hotaru turns into Mistress 9. And in doing so, she would kind of have to kill Sailor Pluto. Once again, I hate putting that out there because I love Sailor Pluto as well. But she in turn, she like travels through time with that time key, right? Because the main goal is for them to like take over the planet. Well, they can do that if she uses that time key to travel through time and just basically kill everybody. But she cannot do that because Sailor Moon is her mom. So she knows,
Yeah.
well, if I go back in time
It'll
and kill my mom,
yeah, it
I'm not here no
she won't
more.
exist. Yeah.
So that's why she keeps her alive, just for that sole purpose. And then Sailor Moon, being the hero and the baddie that she is trying to stop Chibiusa from turning basically the whole world upside down
Mhm.
using that time travel key. Ooh, I think that would be a good one. Oh, give me a little
Interesting.
pat myself on the back for that one, okay? Because quite honestly, that would be a good show.
Interesting.
Think about it. Like Sailor Moon is battling it out with her daughter from the
Yeah.
future, who has the
Honestly, yeah.
power to travel through time.
Only thing is she would never be able to kill her mom. Like, that would be her
No,
greatest weakness.
but she could eventually like try to turn the other Sailor Scouts against her.
Yeah.
She could also stop her mom. Well, no. hmm, It's kind of weird. So that's the part that, like, logistics wise, it kind of works,
Mhm.
but it also kind of doesn't work because ultimately she cannot kill Sailor Moon because that's her mom, right?
Yeah.
But she could kind of alter history a little bit
Yeah.
to where Sailor Moon never goes to planet Earth
Mm.
because the past versions of Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, they had already met in the past
Mhm.
as Princess Serenity and Prince Endymion.
Mhm.
So I think they still would have like she still would have had them like fall in love, get married, have her, but somewhere along the way she kind of like I don't know. I didn't think that far into it,
But yeah,
but
I'm seeing the vision. I do see the
yeah, you
vision.
see the vision. I think
Yeah.
she kind of would have made a pretty decent villain. Especially, like, if she would have paired up with Mistress 9, who has the power as Sailor Saturn, has the power to destroy planets? Oh, they would have been a baddie villain team. Like, I'm just saying.
I
I'm
can
just
see
saying.
that. That's not bad.
Unfortunately,
That's a
Sailor
pretty
Pluto would
good.
have to go, but
I think maybe a few of them would have to go, but yeah.
no, Sailor Pluto, I'm sorry I had to kill you off in my vision of just Chibiusa being a villain,
It
but
had to be done.
well, and that's not just her. That means Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune would have to go too.
Sometimes, it's tough being a villain.
There you go. You gotta take out the people you love.
You
Oh
gotta do
yeah,
what you
that
gotta
would have been
do.
perfect. Ooh, it's perfect.
I like that one. That one's pretty good.
Somebody look,
And
look, anybody that's listening that likes making little side stories of these anime shows, if you make that, you better quote me or something on on that. Give
Ah,
me a little credit, okay? Or maybe
yes,
I need
please.
somebody to turn it into some art. Please turn it into art. I think that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I think
ooh,
those are
yeah.
good. I I actually have one final one, and this one kind of we kind of see him as a villain in some sense, but I have to say Durushu from Code Geass would make probably the best villain.
He is a
I mean, he kind of
villain.
was. No, he's not. He not. He's not.
He's an anti-hero. So
I don't
he's
think he's even that
borderline.
necessarily that. He's like a martyr.
Okay, I'll give
He
you that.
very the thing is, he very much just he's the type of person that's like the ends justify the means, and
Yeah.
sometimes his methods are ruthless, but he does everything for like what he believes is the greater good. But it can like I understand like it's kind of like blind. He can blindly, go into, but everything he did, honestly, well, okay, we're just counting the original show. Okay, we're not going to talk about everything that happened after. Um, Everything he did ended up leading to, the liberation of his country,
Right.
And I mean, he did become like a fake evil person to basically become a
Mm,
martyr. I mean, that's what he did. He basically became um he brought all like you could say almost he brought all the hatred of the world toward him, became enemy number 1 so that his bestie could kill him.
that's true. I'll give him that.
Like that is like kind of like the greatest sacrifice. He went down,
But
but you
everybody
can
in the show
see
revered him as a villain, not a hero.
I mean, he did save the world. Like
He
I
did,
don't
he did,
but
he
the
did.
you see in the end though, the reason why he did all those things, he basically pretended like they already made a deal together like
Mm.
I'll take on basically like the hatred of the world and then you take me out.
I mean, if that's the case, that could also be said the same thing about Aaron.
I mean, they didn't really I don't think Aaron really had the deal of I'm a cuz Aaron went ahead and did his own thing. I don't think his friends were exactly on board with that. You know what I mean? And like Rudushi's goal was never to like kill everybody. Like his goal was
Yeah,
to, garner enough heat that everybody would kind of,
turn to
put
him,
it towards
turn on
him.
him.
And
Mhm.
he never necessarily, besides like the actual all out war that was happening, he never actually tried to kill people like for his mission. It
Right.
was just the sacrifices that had to be unfortunately done sometimes. Like, in war is all fair in love and war. I don't know. But like, people will die. But yeah, I mean, the thing is we've already seen his evil tendencies like that he's able to do. It's just he did it for the good of mankind. So,
I'll let you have that one.
But he's not a villain. He's literally a martyr.
Yeah. In my head, like a martyr slash anti-hero.
I
That's
mean, I
kinda
guess.
yeah. Because some of them choices that he made were avoidable, but I get why he made them. Would I have made the same choices? Probably not, but I'm also not a douche, so
I mean, yeah. But I would say he's definitely closer to being a hero than probably someone like
Aaron,
Aaron.
yes, I will 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, Dudushi is an anti-hero, but he's not a villain,
Mm,
but he could be. He could be a great one.
hey, but let's talk. You ask them people in the show, he's like, "Nah, he's a villain." But I get it. I
I
get
mean,
it.
but imagine though he really went and said, "No, I'm clearing the board. I'm getting rid of all y'all." He would have been good at that, okay? He would have
Exactly.
killed a lot of people.
Exactly.
He would have been a great dictator because he would just use his power to make everyone kinda like my like, slaves to whatever he says.
Mhm.
He
Mindless
didn't do that though,
zombies.
you know?
He did not. Doesn't mean it didn't cross his mind though.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my god. This was fun. This was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I'm pretty sure there's more out there that are heroes that could be great villains. But you guys let us know what are some that we haven't mentioned already, anime heroes that would be perfect villains. Or if you have any villains that would make great heroes, let us know about those too. Might have to do an episode on that. I
Yeah.
think that would
That's
be fun to
true.
think of heroes, or excuse me, villains becoming heroes.
Yeah. Wait a
If
minute,
you
that's
guys
actually
want us
good.
to, yeah, I quite honestly, if you guys want us to drop a discussion on that topic, let us know. And as always, please be sure to follow us on our socials at Anime Sekai Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you guys so much for joining us this week. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we will catch you guys in another 2 weeks for another brand new episode. We thank you guys so much once again for joining us. And we'll catch you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.